यहाँ पे भी
हो गया
एक बार यहाँ
आज के इवेंट के बारे में।
जी भाई ये बहुत ही ये जो इवेंट है आज जो हमने आज यहाँ पे देखा, जो हमने अपनी फिल्म देखी, जो उन्होंने बनाई है, इतनी प्यारी और इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन और क्या क्या हो सकता है, क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज़ हो सकती हैं एशियन पेंट्स को लेकर एक घर को सजाने में। आई थिंक वो हमको आज देखा और हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया एंड आई होप कि जो बाकी ये देखेंगे उनको भी इससे इंस्पिरेशन मिले।
सर आप लोग ने भी किस तरह से डिज़ाइन किया है वो उसके बारे में
हमने जब ये घर ख़रीदा था तो 22 साल पहले सिर्फ शेल्स थे। उसके बाद धीरे धीरे मेहनत करके और इनकी लगन से इनकी मेहनत और लगन से हमने एक घर बनाया। और घर सिर्फ दीवारों से नहीं बनता है, जो उसमें लोग होते हैं, जो कौन रहते हैं। और मैंने ये भी देखा कि घर प्यार से बनता है। यस, मैं ये बोलने वाली थी कि जो मैंने बोला कि दीवारों से नहीं बनता, लेकिन जो उन दीवारों चार दीवारी में जो प्यार रहता है, जो लोग एक साथ रहते हैं, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। एंड एशियन पेंट्स का टैगलाइन आई लव इट, होम इज़ वेयर द हार्ट इज़, यू नो। एंड हमारा घर हमने बड़े प्यार से बनाया। वी ऑल लिव देयर वेरी हैप्पीली। और
उम्मीद है कि जो देख रहे हैं उनको भी पसंद आएगा।
या मैंने जो फिल्म देखी, जो एशियन पेंट्स ने हमारे लिए जो फिल्म बनाई है, आई वाज शॉक्ड बिकॉज जब हम रहते हैं उस घर में हमको पता नहीं लगता वो एक्चुअली कितना खूबसूरत है। लेकिन फिल्म और लेंस के ज़रिए जब देखा तो लगा वाह, अच्छा काम किया है। एंड थैंक यू एशियन पेंट, एंड थैंक यू एशियन पेंट्स बिकॉज यू गेव अस memories for life.
How difficult is to bring out a काफी
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That brought Asian Paints to our home, gave us a lot of warmth and love, and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. So it was a pleasure working with you, Joshua, and it's a pleasure meeting you, Amit.
Thank you, Archana, and we're not going to leave you so easily in terms of just saying what you spoke so well, okay? And I believe that today, I think, if we allow you, you can speak for the next 2 hours as well in terms of looking at it. So brilliant in terms of how you emoted the whole area. But I think it's a very great opportunity for us that when we have, everyone with us, we have Archana, we have Parmeet, and we have the young dashing Ishman here with us. We would like to give you the second surprise for today's evening. And no, I'm not calling anyone else to that extent, but it's a surprise which we thought, which we could kind of really unfold when they are here with us. And this is a surprise which today, for the first time in the last 9 years, we are unfolding. This is something which we feel that a lot of people, as Joshua was saying, when they see the episodes, when they see this relationship, they feel, oh, I want that kind of a wall. I want that kind of a color. This is the texture which I want. This is the kind of flooring I like. Okay? So some of those things become so inspirational. We thought, how do we kind of really make it see that we are able to give people tools? We are able to give people an inspiration which they can invoke into their homes as they kind of look at it. And therefore, we thought we will unveil something what we call is today where the heart is lookbook, which we are looking at really unveiling here. The lookbook works on a very simple premise in terms of how it kind of really epitomizes each of the spaces which we have shot. And again, I think it has been shot with a lot of love, with a lot of emotion in terms of what it creates. And the book is something which we see that it kind of really gives a lot of people hands and legs really unfolding the lookbook here. Joshua, you come and join us here. I think we'll stand on both sides as we look at unveiling. Come. All three of you that side.
Dada.
Maybe I think it's a good idea.
थोड़ा सिर पीछे पीछे सिर दादा ए भाई
So can we get the books so that we can unfold the books?
This is indeed beautiful.
So now you are not only in our hearts, but you are in
everything else. And that's how we got all our inspiration and we kind of did it.
And Parmeet actually used the right word. So this is like a magazine, okay? You're glossing through this book and you go through so lovingly through each of the stories here, okay? And there is a small tab here, which is the heart, which you can story which is featured here. You look at possibly the whole area in terms of
It is something that we've used on all our doors
That's what.
and windows.
That's what.
This motif.
So this is the motive which comes in from their story, and it kind of really unfolds here. And similarly, when we go to the other stories, you know, as you look at the other stories unfolding, so whether it is Kirti Suresh's, you know, home unfolding, we have kind of really picked up the motifs which really embrace the architecture, the design of that home, which really unfolds the whole spaces from the point of view of the color palette which is used. And it is so beautifully shot that it kind of gives you a feel of the full texture which is used. So it's not a small tab which you can't relate to, it's a full texture. It's a full feel of the whole thing which comes in and kind of really unfolds for you, kind of making the whole magic in terms of how you can really look at, you know, embracing this book, taking the cues and really saying that can you pour your heart in making the home which you stay in to reflect. Yeah, sure.
Just want to add one thing. It was
Jawal
lovely
Giri.
to meet everyone and to actually be invited into people's
Jawal
homes and
Giri.
to actually share that one day with them shooting was another altogether to try and tell that story in this form. Because it's one thing to tell it in film, it's another to tell it in the form of a magazine layout. The big story here is that no two homes are alike and we should take pride in the uniqueness of our own homes. So no two motifs are repeated in the book, no two layouts are the same, there is no template, because there is no template when you actually build your own home. So that's one. And second is I think we are multimodal in the way our brain works. Sometimes we get inspiration from film, so we've got
Yeah, na, bas ek white paint kar do, yellow. So it was not just about paint, it was about the texture and the warmth and the tactile pleasure and sensation you get when you feel a textured wall. So then the wall just doesn't remain something that you hang art on. The wall itself becomes a piece of art. Yeah, and that's what I really experienced with Asian.
Very well put in. I think next time for the creative designing, we'll take you on board, Archana. I think you're too good. Actually, I think it's really amazing how you can really emote and puts the right words in terms of the thing. But I can tell you this comes in when you really touch the heart. Okay, and that's something which we are proud of that today. You know, when we kind of really go into a home and really see how the family is loving each place and unfolding it. It is a real pleasure to see that whole interplay of emotions and the memories which you create for a lifetime in terms of what is there. I think I really like the fact that there is a small thing when you see in the episode, you know, their second son, Aryaman, okay, he gets onto the phone and he speaks something which is so touching that, you know, you really feel, wow, what a family. Okay, it was really amazing to that extent in terms of what came in. And now I think it's your turn to unveil your film for everyone here to that
You're
extent.
seeing our film?
Yes, yes. So obviously not the other films which you do, but the film which we shot with you at the home. So okay, can you come here and so that you can really look.
Wait, wait.
सर यहाँ पे मैम
इस साइड मैम यहाँ.
सर यहाँ पे अमित जी
Yeah.
This side first. Then you go to the center and then the left side, please.
Thank you.
अर्चना जी यहाँ पे
इस साइड.
परमित सर
Thank you.
They're extreme right.
Yeah.
थैंक यू
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I think we can watch.
And I think the architectural touch that's in you is also now kind of present.
No, but also he's very particular, more particular than Parmeet. I'm not particular at all about these things, but these two drive me mad with the kind of detailing they go into. And for his room, which you will see in the book and as well as in the film, that he has taken great pains and at this age to be able to have such, you know, attention to detail. So I'm surprised.
I had a good teacher.
Yeah.
इसको हम लोग घर का संजय लीला बंसाली बोलते हैं.
Because when he directed a film also he was so, you know, particular. So, but he made his room with a lot of love, and similarly Parmeet also made our home with so much love, patience, which I don't have. But, and I used to keep fighting with him, but then when I saw the end result, it's been 22 years now that we've been staying there.
In fact, the reason why this house still looks, you know, good, or you know, because we have actually made it very classic style. I didn't want to make something which is, you know, fad. You know, a lot of people do that today, but I wanted to have the classic look to the home, and I think that's what we pursued. And of course, she was the one who used to choose from the. No, I used to get all the samples. Tile, a curtain hai, ye hai, and Madam used to say, I like this one, I like that one, and then we used to act upon that.
So we know who the final decision maker was.
Yeah, but that's an
That being
eternal
said,
story.
you guys have made with so much love together. Everything is both of you.
So beautiful.
Completely. And I think.
But one thing I have to say that when you have a family, the home that you stay in as a family is so important. COVID taught us how important a home is. How you make your home, how comfortable and beautiful you make it is something that enriches your family. So moving to Mud Island, moving into this home has given me a family which is even more beautiful than I had ever dreamed of. This family came together, in rooms, in special places, in our dining areas, where we ate together, we laughed together, and this house has made us blossom even more in togetherness and love.
If I might add, my room is the best one. Thanks.
So great. I think on that note, without much further ado, personality is reflecting in that home. And when we spoke about this, I remember in early 2000, we said that we want to be part of this homemaking emotion. And this is a high voltage emotion of which Asian Paints wants to be a part. And therefore, in this journey, we want to see that every house reflects the personality of the people who stay within that home. And that is how was the germination of Har Ghar Kuch Kehta Hai, which we think is really evolved over a period of time and becomes so very relevant in today's world as we kind of look at changing lifestyles and how we are galvanizing towards today's world. We also see that we had this whole penchant of saying that as we look at it, Asian Paints is committed to bringing joy and happiness to people's lives. And what more in terms of really embracing homes and looking at color, decor, lifestyles, celebration as a route in terms of what we can really invoke this entire feeling so that people remember that what we are invoking is a very personal side of it and something which stays for them as a memory which they carve out as they kind of go ahead. So I think over a period of time, the number of innovations as a brand we've kind of taken are very many, and this is something which we keep on doing. Whether it was earlier the whole concept of Mera Wala, which you would have heard of, saying that it became a very strong campaign in terms of what is there, and Mera Wala is something which is now so generic in terms of how we speak about it. The whole campaign which was Celebrate with Asian Paints, which was embracing all the festivals which were really happening all around, and then we kind of really got into the whole area of Har Ghar Kuch Kehta Hai. So the innovations have been very, very strong in terms of what we have been doing. A decade back, when we saw this whole emergence in terms of how digital was coming into the scene, that was
when we walk into some of these people's homes, it feels like I've known them for ages, but I really don't. When I walk in, I only know what has been put on screen till that point. So the opportunity that we get at Where the Heart Is with Asian Paints is to really get in deep to try and understand the person behind the persona. Right? When the lights and the action and all of those other things are taken away from these stars, who are they really at home? And I think that's been the real pleasure of getting to work on this project. Season 9 effectively means we've been at it for a decade now. One of the longest running AFP projects in the history of Indian corporates, I would say. Having a brand that really commits and cares about the idea of home this way has been a wonderful opportunity for us. We love homes. I think at Stories in Motion, it's something that we love. We've got architects in our team. We've got filmmakers in our team that just really love this, this ability to enter these homes and come back with these beautiful stories. That's pretty much it. So I'll tell you 3 things that have really stood out for me this year. The first thing is, you'll see that in the promo, they all said, "Welcome to my home," right? When you actually welcome someone to your home, you aren't actually doing something that's on stage. You don't stand like this, you don't wear a jacket like this and talk like this. When you're at home, if you were to invite me into your home, I'd find the softer side of you. I'd find the side of you that you don't typically show to the world. And this year, we're so blessed and we're so lucky that we got to see the softer side of Gautam Gambhir. We got to see the the non-camera side of Aman Gupta. We got to see Archana Puran Singh when she's not on stage. We got to see some of this stuff where Kirti Suresh is not winning a national award for her performance on screen. We got to talk to Sonakshi and see the non-dabang side of her, right? So that's literally been one of the biggest wins this year, and I hope you'll see some of that when we play the episodes for you. That's number one. The second thing that I want you to notice is that this season has been about families. We've always been about heart. Literally, the show is called Where the Heart Is. It's always been about our favorite stars inviting us into their homes and sharing where their heart really lies. But this year, we've done it with a twist. You'll see that they're never alone. There's always a partner, there's always a child, there's someone that they're sharing their home with that also gets to, be on screen, share screen time with. And you'll see that their perspectives also can be heard. You can see their involvement in their choices when it comes to home deco. Does someone take care of the house? Is someone a neat freak? Who actually did the renovation? You'll actually listen to all of this stuff. And I think that's the big difference this season, the second big difference. Are you all with me? Yeah. The third big...
It's really great to see you, ma'am. And it's really great. And Parmeet, thank you so much for really coming and joining us. And I'm really excited to meet this young man, okay? And you will see as the episode unfolds how brilliantly he is able to kind of really talk about his feelings. And I think he really got my attention in terms of creating a connectedness in terms of how it kind of came in. It was so brilliant in terms of what has been done. So I think, can we have a big round of applause for all of them? I think all the media team is here and they're like super excited in terms of this thing, and thank you for embracing this occasion and being here with us to the extent. So, would you like to say something?
Hello everyone. First of all, I'd really like to thank Asian Paints for this kind invitation. Usually when someone invites me, मुझे लगता है तो ये punishment है. लेकिन with great pleasure and excitement, we've all come here today because what Asian Paints brought to our home, it felt that, like they have recreated beautiful memories of our own home in front of us. And it was a unique experience for me to be working with a team that was so involved and passionate about their job. And they reignited the same passion for my home in me once again. So thank you so much. I wanted to meet this team again, and I wanted to meet you, Amit, personally. I've only met this very talented, supremely talented, abhi kya bole. He's fascinating, he's amazing. This is Joshua. He's the director of the episode that we shot in our house. And it was an amazing experience. मुझे जब मैं किसी को अपने घर में बुलाती हूँ तो मुझे लगता है कि it should be somebody I know. I didn't know you, but by the time you left in a few hours, I felt you knew us better than, and you knew our home better than even us. For all these years that we've been staying there, we got to make some new memories, and you kind of reignited, like I said, the passion that we had for our home when we first made it. So thank you, Joshua. We saw our home with fresh eyes once again. And that is what makes Asian Paint so special. It's not just a paint. I think what you bring is warmth and color and ambience to lives, which is somehow we get jaded when we live in our own homes. But what happens is that when somebody, a product, I wouldn't like to call it a product, but for want of a better word, the team that